Hey, I'm Dustin Kensrue, and I'm in the band Thrice. I don't know if you're always learning as much as you're just interacting with the music, and um, something that you did on one record can influence you to do something totally different on the next record, even though the one record might not have been a bad thing. Like, for instance, with Alchemy Index, it was very crafted and meticulous, and the way that we created it to match the four elements. And then with Beggars was almost a reaction against it, even though we liked the Alchemy Index a lot. It was just like, all right, well, let's just strip all of that back and just kind of get in a room and play together. So the only thing that's really consistent, I think, has been the four of us being in a band together, and I think we bring with us from kind of punk rock roots, like just an ethic of integrity and honesty to the music, and just doing what we want to do with it, and not pandering to what we think people might want to hear, or what a label might want us to make, or and that's gotten, I think, more natural and less I don't know, direct as we've gone on. It's just become more of a part of us, rather than having to like fight against impulses of should we do this, to that. And now it's just, I mean, it's second nature to just be like, I don't care at all. So I don't know, I think that has a lot to do with why our sound has changed, just because there's we don't feel that we should be staying the same. There's a great Ralph Waldo Emerson quote. It says, a foolish consistency is the hobgoblin of small minds. So I've always liked that, just whether it's in what you think or what you do, or not letting the past like restrain you from change. I mean, we've been kind of learning as we've gone, and also starting the band. I was 17 when we started, so I'm 29 now, and that's a long span of time, and just changing as a person. Very, very formative years. So going through that, you're gonna, I think, if you're being honest with yourself, you're getting a bunch of change, and most people end up being in a couple bands through that period usually, and you're able to make, okay, I did that, I don't want to do this, and I'm just going to jump, and new band and new vibe. And we've had the strange journey of like going through all of that, being in the same band, same name, so it's all in the same catalog, and it's a little odd at times to try to incorporate things into a set that are definitely not where we're at now, but knowing that people have an affinity for those, having they've grown up with it as well, but it's different being on the inside of it. You don't have like the fond nostalgia as much as the you like looking at the awkward picture of yourself from 10 years ago. So I think that the further we come along, the more timeless the records have become, which I like. I feel like the last 3 records, I'll enjoy most of them for the rest of my life. So we don't have a sound. We've never settled on the sound. I don't know why. It's not like we're like, oh, we need to change every time. We just kind of go. As much as we don't have a sound, there are certain sounds that that we have not incorporated, and I don't think would work to incorporate. So some of those that I enjoy, I end up doing with the solo project, and we'll continue to do some of that. But the other hard thing about answering that is my life is not the band. Like, at one point it probably was more, but I have a family, and so stuff like that is more like my center now, and or at least the thing that's I'm most invested in. So as much as I love doing this, it's not like at the core of my person. So I definitely don't think I have that figured out. I don't think there's a way to figure it out. It just sucks. It sucks being gone when you have a wife and little kids, and because I don't know where everyone's heads are at. I don't really even know where mine's at. I've had like kind of changing vibes on it, but initially I feel like maybe more heavy than Beggars. Maybe bringing back some more mathy elements. Definitely not going back to like a shreddy mentality, but maybe drawing again more heavily from like some of the heavy influences that we all love, like botch or stuff like that. I don't know, but trying to make that more melodic, and I don't know. That's where my head's kind of at with it. I write kind of with the songs and then finish afterwards. A lot of people write before. It's not very common, I don't think, to write everything afterwards. It allows me to... the songs are... It's not like a simple like folk song usually in structure, so if I were to just write lyrics first and then play the music that we play over, I don't think it would go very well. So I really try to pay attention to the flow of the song, the mood, the dynamics at different points, and make the lyrics really fit with that so that they're both telling the same story. I'm very perfectionistic about it and try to get them like just right. So I'm very analytical, so I don't have any kind of like just, oh yeah, that's done, like at all. I pay attention to like how the meters are working and weird rhymes in there that no one will ever notice, I'm sure, but no, definitely edit a lot. So I appreciate it as just that's who I am. I'm fascinated by people who write differently than me, which is most people, but even just talking to other artists who are about how they write, and it's just very strange. I was talking to Andy from Manchester on the last tour, and we were just talking about, I was asking about some of his lyrics, and he's like completely opposite. I mean, he's writing lyrics as they play unfinished songs on stage. So like, and they'll just be like, "Someone remember that." I'm just like, "What are you doing?" Like, but he has all these kind of weird lines that come out, and so he'll piece things together that I would never put together because they don't like really fit together. But it's just it's not bad. I love his lyrics, so it's. But I end up being intrigued by them because it's something I would never write or even feel comfortable writing, if that makes sense, even though I like them. So I think my brain is different for being a musician. Like the personality tests say like I should be like engineer or lawyer or something, and so my brain kind of takes whatever the analytical thing is and applies it to words and sounds, and so I've only realized that in the past like year or two, that that's kind of what makes what I do like different, why I write the kind of songs that I write. And